Hey travelers, welcome back to another episode of my podcast, Life's a Voyage. I'm Tot, your travel host, businesswoman, now dog mom. This is going to be my little Gracie cast. I'm going to talk about we got a dog, wow, this is crazy, but we've had Gracie for like 3 weeks now, and I haven't put out a podcast in 3 weeks because being a dog mom is a lot of work, and she's a little puppy, so she's got a lot of like learning to do. She's staring at whatever's on the other side of the door right now. So welcome back to my podcast. Yeah, I've just been really busy. Clearly, we were doing a lot of traveling. We went to Miami for a video shoot. We went to Tampa for some other video shoots and to visit family. That's where we came home with Gracie. And then I went to Texas to visit some of my gal friends. And now I'm back. And now I'm back for a little bit. We'll see what pops up in the meantime. Have a couple travels planned, but nothing crazy. I am postponing all the Top Voyage trips till 2023. Partially for personal reasons, partially for COVID reasons, but I'll put out more information about that sometime soon. Today's just going to be like a quick little ramble session with Gracie. If you want to watch this episode, it'll probably be much cuter than most episodes. It's just me and Gracie today. But if you're listening, that's fine too. I appreciate all of the support I've had on the podcast. I am going to have some really cool guests on in the coming weeks. This is just a little bit me getting back into it. And I felt so bad because I got back into it for a couple weeks straight. And then I became a dog mom and this shit is hard. So I'm actually back now. Sorry if she interrupts any bit of this with me having to coddle her. She is quite the baby. But she doesn't really bark, so I don't think we'll have any issues with her barking. For those audio listeners, she's just kind of wanting me to pet her right now. She'll probably take a nap soon. Okay, so let's get into it. We got a dog. This is something that Adam and I have been kind of wanting to do for years now. We've wanted a dog. I don't know. I've always wanted a dog. I've always wanted an animal. I thought I was going to get a cat. We ended up getting a dog. I've decided over the years I'm more of a dog person, I think. But if you know me, we really wanted to get a Shiba. And maybe I'll talk about this a little bit more later. And we had puppy shopped already. There was this one time where we pretty much had a deposit down at a dog and it fell through and I was heartbroken. I literally cried my eyes out. And that kind of turned me off of getting a puppy. That was probably almost 2 years ago now. And Adam has been way gung-ho for getting a puppy way more than I am, or I was. I'm very calculated in my decisions. I knew that getting a dog would kind of limit what we could do. It's a big responsibility. She's going to be with us for hopefully 20 plus years. So, it's not a light decision to make. She's currently trying to get all the cuddles she can. She's usually in my lap. So she's like, why am I on my bed? I wanted her to be able to be seen by the camera. Yeah, Gracie. Okay. But yeah, so Adam was like, let's get a dog. And I was like, oh, I don't know. It's not the right time. I'm not ready. I have a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, and I just didn't think I was ready to be a dog mom. And not only is it a lot of responsibility, but she's like a little being. I'm in charge of keeping her alive, and there's a lot that goes into it. And, this is the same thing for being a parent or whatever, but everyone's going to tell you how to take care of your dog, what kind of dog you should get, what you should feed your dog. And, I don't think I was ready for all of the opinions and criticism that comes with getting a dog. But we've really been thinking about getting a dog for a long time. And Gracie girl, she was born in October, and I was actually with my mom. She was born a day after my mom. So I was with my mom in Florida. Okay, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. So my mom breeds Chihuahuas. She used to breed Yorkies, and like by that I mean like she has like 2 dogs that are pets, and then she breeds them and then sells the babies. It's not like a puppy mill or anything. You can judge us all you want, but we just love little puppies. And she's been doing it for like almost 10 years now, with all sorts of dogs like Yorkies and Chihuahuas. And it's just really cute. It's really fun, and we get really good pets out of it. Really beautiful, very sweet little pets like Gracie girl. So my mom has been doing this dog breeding thing for quite a while, and she officially switched from Yorkies to Chihuahuas when she moved to Florida. And her last Chihuahua wasn't supposed to get pregnant again, but then before she had her spay appointment set up, and then she got pregnant before the appointment, so she was like, okay, well, this got to be the last litter. And she had her last litter, and Gracie was one of 2 puppies. Her brother Teddy was sold. And so Squirt was pregnant. Squirt is, I'll put pictures up of all these little puppies. Squirt is our pet Chihuahua, my mom's pet Chihuahua. That's the mama. That's Gracie's mama. And Squirt was pregnant when I was visiting my mom for her birthday in Florida. I have a YouTube video for that, where me and my mom kind of just celebrated her birthday together at the beach. And I saw Squirt, and she was real pregnant. I was like, wow, she's going to have a lot of babies. And she only had 2. She had Gracie and Teddy. And then when we went and visited my mom in December, Gracie and Teddy were 8 weeks old, which if you're not like shopping for a puppy, you may not know that that's like the time when puppies can go home. So my mom was like, Tot, like I really want to keep Gracie. She's really sweet. I might want to breed her in the future, but like I can't take care of a puppy right now because my mom's disabled. And she can't work a lot, but she has been working a lot out of necessity. And so she was like, I just don't have the time for a puppy, but I really love Gracie. She's really sweet. She's really cute. Will you take her? Like, do you want a puppy? And we were like thinking about it. Like, I'm just thinking about it. And we spent a week with her when she was 8 weeks old at my mom's house. And, we almost took her home. And I chickened out at the last minute. We had a bunch of travel coming up in January and February, and I was just like, no, it's like not a good time to get a dog. We were also dog sitting 2 other dogs over the holidays, so I was like, how are we going to train a puppy when we're like taking care of 2 other dogs? Charlie was living with us for 2 weeks while Becca was in Texas, so I was like, this isn't smart, this isn't a good idea, we're not going to bring her home. And then when we went and visited my mom in February while we were in Tampa for work, she was still there, and she was 4 months old to the day. It was February 16th, and I was like, me and Adam were going back and forth about taking her home, and then, like, the night before we flew home, we decided, like, okay, yeah, we're bringing her, and we had talked about it a lot before this, like, between December and February, we talked about her all the time. My mom was sending me, like, pictures of her in her little awkward growing phases. And she's just so sweet, and I love her. We just fell in love with her, and so we brought her home, and it was kind of I don't want to say impulsive decision, more impulsive than like probably anything else I've ever done in my life, but definitely one of the best decisions I ever made. She is the love of my life. She's just so sweet and loving, and she's my cuddle bug, so I'm super happy that we decided to bring her home. So that's kind of how we got Gracie. She's turning 5 months on March 16th. So she's almost 20 weeks old. We just took her to the vet. She got her rabies shot. She's all up to date on all of her vaccinations. The vet said that she's super healthy, and there's nothing suspicious going on, so that's really nice. Her tummy sounds good, her heart sounds good, her lungs sound good. So the vet was really happy to see that she's doing so good as a puppy, because some things can come up when they're little, especially for little dogs. It's hard to kind of know She's facing away from the camera. I'm going to move her. Oh, wait, this is like in frame. Hold on. Okay, now you can see more Gracie. Sorry for the audio listeners. I highly suggest going and watching this video on YouTube. It's going to be cute. Anyway, so the vet said that she's great. She's up to date on everything. We're probably going to set up an appointment to get her spayed. We were like going back and forth on like if we actually were going to breed her like my mom said, but then my mom was like, no, like, don't worry about it. Like, she wants to kind of get into a different type of Chihuahua. There's different types of Chihuahuas, and I'll kind of talk about that. But she was like, no, Gracie's yours now. Like, I could never take her away from you. So she's ours. I think we're going to set it up at 6 months. She's probably going to get spayed. But otherwise, yeah, this is my Gracie girl. Now she's facing away from the camera. She's going to attack her yak chew. Maybe I'll put it over here so you guys can see it. She has like this cheese stick. It's like a hard cheese stick. And oh my God, she's so cute when she attacks it. Oh, she's so cute. Okay. But yeah, so this is my life now. I'm super happy with it. And I'm going to talk a little bit about like traveling with a dog and what are we going to do if we have a dog now? Like, you surely cannot travel because you have a dog. But joke's on you, we're going to bring her everywhere. We kind of already do. She's super good with like loud noises and she loves people. She's not scared of people at all. She's been barking randomly at some people when they like walk in the studio. But like I can put her in anyone's arms and she'll just like cuddle you and like ask for pets. So she's definitely like becoming desensitized to like being around a lot of people. We bring her out to lunch if we go to like a restaurant we know is okay with dogs or a coffee shop. And we also brought her to like the bookstore. If we go shopping at like Marshall's or Ulta or whatever, we bring her everywhere with us. So yeah, we're going to be bringing her everywhere. I just wanted to say that like being a dog mom is obviously like a huge responsibility, and like not only am I like in charge of her life, I mean also an Adam, dog dads too. This is not, gender specific. Women don't have to carry all the responsibility in a household. Me and Adam are equally sharing parental responsibilities for Gracie. But it's a lot of responsibility, but I think that you have to be smart about the type of dog you pick, and if having a dog or the type of dog that you pick fits your lifestyle. That was like something really hard for me, was like I really wanted a Shiba, but Shibas are super energetic. They need lots of playtime. They pretty much need a backyard. They're outdoor dogs, and they're just like a lot harder. They're more vocal. She's sniffing the other microphone. Come here. They're a lot more vocal and harder to train. They're more stubborn. They're escape artists. I know a lot about Shibas because I've wanted one for so long. I've done a lot of research. We almost got one. Like I mentioned earlier, we like almost put a deposit down for one. And that just doesn't fit our lifestyle right now. Obviously, we travel a lot. But we also live in an apartment, a very small apartment. It's about 750 square feet, and Shibas need room to run around. Gracie's very perplexed by someone in the hallway. Shibas need room to run around. They need a backyard. They need lots of exercise, something that I can't promise a dog. Some days I'm outside. Some days I'm inside all day. I could be at a computer for 10 hours straight, or I could be on set for 10 hours straight. And I didn't want a dog that would like live in a cage. I think that's so sad. And I mean, I'm not saying that like if you have a dog, if you work a 9 to 5 and you have a dog that's in a cage all day at home, I'm not saying that's like you're a horrible person. It's just not what I wanted for my pet. Like I wanted a pet that I could like bring with me everywhere. And like obviously I'm privileged enough to work for myself, and like Gracie comes to work with me every day. So I have her with me like almost 24/7. And I know that that's like not normal, and most people don't have that privilege. But that's what I wanted. I just wanted a dog that I could be with all the time and that would be okay with my lifestyle, and a Shiba doesn't match that right now. And that was a hard bullet to bite. Like, I don't know. I was just so dead set on getting a Shiba, and I wanted like my little hiking fox partner out of a dog. And not that we won't get one in the future, but it just didn't really match up with my life. And that was kind of what was holding me back most from getting a dog, was that I couldn't get a Shiba. And I didn't really open up my brain to other possibilities of different types of dogs. So before I met Adam, I thought I was going to have a Yorkie, because like we had Yorkies at home, and, you know, I was in love with them. And then when my mom switched to Chihuahuas, I was like, oh, Chihuahuas aren't like cool. They're like yippy little dogs and all this other stuff. But they're really not. And I mean, I think it really comes down to how you treat your dog, how you like train them, and how you nurture them. Whether or not they're going to be like very vocal, or if they're going to be aggressive, no matter what breed. It really comes down to how you treat a dog, and you need to like let it know that it's safe and give it lots of love. And Gracie is not loud at all. She hardly ever barks. She's probably barked like 10 times since we got her. She's very chill, as you can tell. She kind of just like sits around and naps most of the time, but she also likes to play ball. She's currently settling in for a nap right now. But yeah, this fits our life way better. She's tiny. We can literally scoop her up and take her anywhere. I put her in purses. I zip her in my jacket. She kind of goes anywhere with us. She can be at the office all day, and we don't have to worry about her tearing things up, or, you know, whatever it is. And she's really easy to potty train. We're going to eventually litter box train her, which I know sounds weird because she's not a cat, but, you know, debatably she's a cat. She's not a dog. And right now she's like on the potty pads, because that's what she was, you know, taught from my mom's house, and we're going to like transition her. It's a whole process, but she's been doing really well. She now knows that if she goes potty on the potty pad, she gets a treat. So she does her number 1 and number 2 separately to get 2 separate treats, because she's a very smart girl. There's my mommy voice coming out. But yeah, this dog matches our lifestyle so much better than a Shiba does right now. And in the future, a Shiba could be great. But right now it's not. And we really wanted a pet, and she brings me so much happiness. And I rambled way too long, and I don't remember what my topic was about that. But anyway, we responsibly chose what kind of dog we had, and like what her needs are, and how we can meet them, and how that fits into our lifestyle. I think for a lot of things, like you should even think about like your job and how that fits into like the life you want. You should think about your dog and how that fits into the life you want. Like, if you don't like to run around outside, this is a great dog for you, because she doesn't even go outside. Like, obviously in the summer we'll like bring her outside, but it's like too cold for her. She doesn't go to the bathroom outside. And she like runs around by herself. Like, we'll throw the ball and she'll like play fetch inside. So if you don't have a lot of energy, Chihuahuas are a great dog. And look how tiny she is. She's so cute. She's playing with a ball right now for those audio listeners. But yeah, so I think that becoming a pet owner is not something that should be taken lightly. And I don't want, because it was so random that we like brought home a dog like to the public, like to my personal life, I feel like this wasn't that random at all. But you know, it might seem random, but this is something we've thought about probably for years, and have almost pulled the trigger on, and something we really wanted. And like, look at her, she's so cute. How can you say no? But yeah, let's talk about our plans to travel with Gracie, or like how we brought her home in the first place. So my mom lives in Florida. We live in New York, and we had to fly her home with us. Um, we were flying with Frontier already, and we hadn't planned on bringing her home, so we didn't buy her a ticket or anything. Or I didn't even know like how to fly with a dog. I did so much research the night before. And basically with Frontier, you can only fly with a dog if it can fit under the seat in front of you. And it does also mention that you have to have a carrier, but I don't know, if you have a dog big enough that doesn't need a carrier, then I don't think you need a carrier. But we brought a carrier and we brought her in there. She was very timid when we first brought her home, so she was like, in her little safe space in her carrier. And Frontier like charged us like $100 or something for her to fly with us, which debatably next time I might try to get away with not paying, because no one checked like, oh, you have a pet with you, like did you pay for your pet? And not to be like, well, I am cheap, but like not to be cheap. But look at her, she's so tiny. Like I paid for a carry-on or whatever, so like she's just my carry-on. Like I could just fit her in a book bag or a purse. Like I don't need to pay $100 for a new seat for her. It just felt like very, they can make their money off of that, so they did. Which, whatever, get your bag, Frontier. But I might try to get away with not paying for her next time I fly with her. She was super easy. She was great. She didn't make a sound. Like I said, she doesn't really bark. So she never barked in the airport or on the airplane. They say that if your dog, can't be soothed, then you might be asked to get off the plane or something. I've never been on a plane where that's been an issue, so I really don't know the procedures. But she was great. She was quiet. They said that I had to keep her in the carrier, but I definitely snuck her out for like 95% of the flight and just like put her in my jacket and cuddled her. But she was doing really well in her carrier too, in front of this, under my seat. She was great flying. I would fly with her again, but I'm going to try to minimize it because I just don't think it's like a very comfortable experience for dogs. Like, it's just like, it's not comfortable for me. Why would it be comfortable for her? So we're going to try to like not fly with her as much as we fly probably. But we have a lot of babysitters at home. Adam's family's from Rochester, so they've already volunteered to be the doggy daycare when we're not able to take her somewhere. But I do foresee us doing a lot more driving trips just so we can bring her with us. We already plan on bringing her to the Adirondacks with us and doing some hikes. We're going to get a little book bag for her so that I can hike with her in my book bag, and she can hike some mountains with me. You want to hike some mountains? She said no. But she's going to do it anyway. I actually looked this up. Chihuahuas are actually great hiking animals. They have really good endurance, and they're so small that it's not like hard on them to like go really long distance. But I don't think I'll like put her on the ground and make her hike. Like I'll probably just carry her most of the time. But yeah, so we pretty much plan on bringing her anywhere, except for outside of the United States, unless we drive, because like the laws of like importing animals depending on the country is like really weird. I haven't done enough research into it, and I don't know how comfortable I am with it, so I'm just gonna avoid that. But yeah, she's gonna come with us everywhere. We have plans to go to Hershey to visit my family in Pennsylvania, and she's gonna come with us for that, as well as to visit my dad in New York City. She'll come do that so she can meet my dad. But yeah, we wanted a dog we could travel with, and she's perfect for that. And, getting a large dog isn't necessarily ever in my plans, just because I want a dog that I can, like, scoop up if something were to happen. Like, I don't want a dog that I can't, like, pick up and get out of harm's way. So I'll probably limit my dogs to like 30 pounds and under. And, you know, a Shiba is like 20 pounds, 25 pounds. So they're like still relatively small dogs. But yeah, they're perfect little travel dogs because you can bring them on a plane and you don't have to put them in the cargo, which I don't 100% love that idea. I don't agree with that idea. I know that there are times that it's necessary, and I'm not judging anyone for choosing to cargo their dog, but I just wouldn't do that for my own dog. So yeah, we want little dogs that we can take around the country with us, and that's what we did. And this is probably really rambly, but I just am obsessed with her, and I want to tell you guys about it and let you know why I like came back strong and then fell off the earth again. My entire life is potty training. Teaching her to go potty is a struggle. She's doing really well now, though. We've also taught her sit and come and her name, and she's working on stay. Right, Gracie? I don't know what she's looking at. She's working on stay, which she doesn't really understand yet. We just started that one. So, yeah, my whole life is just my dog now, and I made her an Instagram if you want to follow it. It's the Crazy Gracie because she goes crazy sometimes. She has, like, I call it her alter ego, Crazy Gracie. And she, like, goes nuts. Like, she becomes a different dog. It's so cute. Her little ears go back. We always say that, like, you can tell what mood she's in based on, like, the positioning of her ears. Oh, see, like, they're going back right now. She's getting excited. But, yeah, so Crazy Gracie on the Crazy Gracie. The Crazy Gracie on Instagram. That's her. And she's very sassy, very saucy, and crazy. And that's my little babe now. Yeah. So I have a dog. If you have any questions, let me know. I don't know. I'm still learning a lot about dogs and how to take care of them. I, by all means, have so much to learn, but I feel like I'm doing pretty good. She's doing good. The vet said she's very healthy. She's a good weight. It's really hard to keep little dogs at a good weight because if they eat too much, they get fat very fast. So we've been trying to monitor her food intake because when you want to train a dog, like you think like, oh, I'll just give her treats and like she'll get it. And like, yes, she'll get it, but she'll also get fat. So we like limit her treat intake to like 3 a day. But we break her treats up into like a million pieces. 'Cause they're already tiny, but anything for her is too big. So we break her little treats up, her training treats up. And then she has like this yak chew, which is like a tiny yak chew. It's probably like 3 inches long. But she's been working on this thing for weeks and it's finally got a dent in it. I don't know if you can kind of see the dent. Yeah, it's just like a hard block of cheese, basically like dehydrated cheese, but she loves it. And she's been going at it and she's making some progress. I'm really proud of her. But that's like no calorie intake because it takes her so long to get to it. She also doesn't really have teeth yet. Her teeth are still growing in. I have to take a picture before like all her teeth are in, but she's still a little baby, so not all of her teeth are in yet, and so there's teething. She doesn't really chew on anything except for her toys, though. Like, she doesn't chew shoes or, like, anything like that. And I don't know if that's, like, just her and she's, like, perfect, or if, like, little dogs aren't big destroyers of things. I don't know. But, like, she hasn't destroyed anything yet. Knock on wood. Yeah, this is Gracie. She's now taking a nap. Adam calls this her desert fox position, where she looks like a little fox. She rolls up into a ball. And then We have a lot of different names for her now. So she's Dobby the house elf, but she's also long neck, like a dinosaur. She's a long neck dinosaur. She's a rat and a bat and the cutest little thing ever. So my cute little Chihuahua. She's a little ugly sometimes. She's got her ugly faces, but don't we all? No, she's literally the cutest thing on earth, and I'm like so happy. Like, I've been doing really well. Like, my return cast, like, I wasn't lying. Like, I've been doing really well mentally for like a long time now. Like, it feels like a long time for me, but it's been a couple months. Like, it hasn't quite been a year yet. But that's like a long time for me. Like, I'm doing really good. And since we got her, I feel like my days just get better and better, and I'm so happy and more energized. And like, she gets me out of bed in the morning because she's got to go to the bathroom. And she gives me kisses every morning. Like, she just wakes me up and like kisses my face, and she's like, "Mom, we gotta get up." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, we'll get up." So, yeah, I'm just really happy, and she makes me really happy. Like, emotional support animals are 100% a thing, and she will literally just cuddle me forever. She'll never stop. She would just cling to me if she could, which is kind of a bad thing. We're trying to get her used to not being around me all the time, because, like, sometimes when I walk out of her room, she, like, starts crying for me, which is annoying. Like, can you be attached to daddy too so that I can leave the room? But yeah, she's doing good, and we're doing good. And this is my update. I'm gonna have some cool guests on in the next coming weeks. I got some girl bosses coming on, other women business owners in Rochester, and then a couple of just good friends that are going to talk about like travel topics, and some more fun stuff coming. I hope you guys have liked the upgrade of the podcast room. I'm still, working everything out. It's a work in progress, but yeah, I've just been busy with work, and now I have a dog that I have to train, so that's been busy. I'll talk to you guys about the group trips later, but basically I'm just being a little selfish, but also like logistically it's not a good time yet to do group trips. I'm also working on getting some more official ways for you guys to book trips, like travel insurance things, and just figuring out all the like logistics of it, because my first trips went great, but I just want to like give my clients more reassurance for the future that if they book a trip, everything is like, perfect, as if you went with like EF Ultimate or like a big company. So I'm trying to work on getting the trips a little bit more affordable too, which is hard because the prices of everything are going up. But I might just take out some things, make some things optional on the trips. So like, for example, the Iceland trip, I think we go to like 2 hot springs, 2 or 3, I don't remember. But I might make one like optional, I personally think they're all worth going to, but I don't want to make people not be able to afford a trip just because they can't go to every single hot spring. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And there are other companies like mine that do that. So yeah, working on the group trips. I'm probably going to open the Iceland 2023 trip soon. I have a couple people that are like, yes, no, I can't do 2022, but if you tell me for 2023 a year in advance, I can do it. So I think we're going to do that soon. That one is the most solidified as far as, well, Iceland itself is just kind of a place where it's very contained, so the options are limited, and that makes it easier to plan because, there's not as many variables. So that trip is pretty solid. I just need to do my own back-end work, which is the hard part, figuring it out, because I don't know what I'm doing all the time, as most people don't. So it's a lot of research, just a lot of looking at what other people do, finding the right resources, like I said, like travel insurance, and management systems and all the boring stuff so that you guys can just sign up and pay for it and go. That is the goal. So yeah, we'll probably do that soon. What other updates do I have? Oh, I've also been doing consults. You guys can still always hire me for consults. I usually take like 2 to 4 a month. I don't have any scheduled for April yet. So if you have a trip that you want to plan, let me know. And I got some spots open. I am trying to, again, get consistent with the podcast and YouTube. YouTube's a little harder because those videos are more variable in how much time they take to edit and film realistically. But yeah, I'm just trying to do it all, just trying to do all the things I love. I'm really happy Adam and I are doing the damn thing, it feels like. I'm really proud of us, and Rick, our business partner. It's been a good time, and now we have Gracie on the team too. She is a huge contributor of happiness, and she's our CEO of Cuddles. But yeah, I'm just gonna end it there. I'll see you next week with a new episode with a new guest. I don't know what order they're going to come out yet, but I have like 3 different guests I'm filming with this coming week and multiple episodes with 1 or 2 of them. So lots of new episodes coming out. That's like 5 episodes. That's like a whole month worth of episodes. Wow, look at me. I'm doing it. Yeah, let me know if you have any feedback, suggestions for the podcast. I want to get a new table. But otherwise, let me know what you think of the lighting. I'm still working on that because this room has windows, so sometimes the lighting varies. I think I might change from white to a different background, but it works good for captioning on Instagram, so I don't know yet. But let me know if you have any feedback or suggestions for content. If you want to be on the podcast and you're located in Rochester, send me a DM on Instagram or through my email. I would love to have you on to talk about anything travel, business, life, experiences, transformations. I want to, share my platform with other people that I think my audience would benefit from hearing from. So, I don't want everyone to get sick of me, so I'm not going to do these as often. But yeah. Let me know if you want to be on the podcast. Let me know if you have suggestions for people or for topics. I think I'm going to do one with Adam on the van. We're going to talk about the van because we really haven't talked about the van. And I might do a follow-up on my Money Talk podcast from a while ago because I've gotten a lot of questions about that. So let me know if you also want to hear about that. Well, with all of that said, there's my updates, my little Gracie update, and I will catch you guys next week. Why are you shaking? Hey, did I wake you up? Are you all squinty-eyed? Oh. The squinty Gracie. Oh, are you crawling up? Here. Let me show everyone Gracie. Gracie, what do you think about it? She's asleep. She just wants to cuddle into me. Say hi. She's just gonna cuddle. Okay, that's it. I'm done.